This new blue boy might be the best boy in the BT6 format. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? Mario here, and we have BT6 double diamond cards, which means we can start making deck profiles again. It's so great. So I figured I'd start with the deck that I had in sleeves first, which is Gabubond. This was the first deck I decided to print proxies for, and this is the deck that I've tested, and pretty much this list, the whole entire time up until now, it's actually undefeated in all my matches. And against some good players too, which is really good. This deck is played against the Mirror Match, Agumon, Jessamon, Black, Musketeers, and it's honestly doing really good. It's only bricked one game like ever, which is really cool. Its deck's super consistent and really powerful. So I want to show you guys what cards I'm playing in the deck to make it as good as it is, and you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video as well and subscribe, turn that notification bell, smash potatoes, that way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos come out. And also don't forget to follow me on Twitch where you can see this stuff live, and go check out my Discord, where we have a nice active community growing. Links will be in the description for both. We always start with our babies, and our babies are just 4 Upamons, and nothing else. Upamon, when attacking once per turn, draw a card if your opponent controls something with no evolution sources. This is obviously really good, because it's just free draw power whenever they have something like that on board. And to be honest, it's the only thing I want, and the games are over before you can get to a 5th egg. So 4 of these is fine, nothing else is necessary. Rookies. We're going to start off with the new Gabumon here that came out in BT6. So, all turns once per turn. If you play a Tamer with Mat as shit in its name, gain memory, that's great, but not the main reason for the card. Disinheritable is the main reason for the card. When attacking once per turn, if this Digimon is Gabumon Bond of Friendship, you may unsuspend it. So it gives your Gabubond here an Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode like effect, which is really freaking good. Basically, Pale Dramon for the archetype. That's why you play this at 4 of. It's the most powerful one. It's inheritable, it's just bonkers. Next, we're playing 4 of the new promo Gabumon, the one that just came out in the most recent Dash pack. On play, reveal top 5 cards of your deck. You add a Tamer card among them, and then put the rest on the bottom. So this is good at just fishing out your Tamers, which you really want in this deck. So 4 of this, I think, is necessary. Next, we play 4 Gabumon on play, draw a card. Just really good draw power, no problems. The rest of the Gabumons I play are one of the Source Strip Gabumon when attacking trash Digivolution card at the bottom when your opponent's Digimon, level 5 or less. And we play 2 of this Gabumon. This one is an old promo one. It costs 4 to play, which is unique and important. And on play, trash the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. Now, some of you might say, hey Mario, why are you playing 2 of this when you should just be playing 2 of this one instead, plus the 3rd one you have? And that's an excellent question. This has actually come up a lot, where I'll have a memory Tamer on board, or I'll have enough memory to like play this at 4 and then choke the opponent at 1, because they always don't have a memory Tamer, right? You just can't always have one. And if they do, then you just evolve them, and who really cares? Also, trashing the Digivolution card sometimes comes up. Honestly, in testing, this card's great. It's not the best Goblin in the world. This one also really isn't the best Goblin in the world. This one just cobbles better with Upamon. This one is good though. Like the fact that it costs 4 to play does come up and is really good. I do recommend you guys giving it a try because I really like it. But like I said earlier, if you just want to play 3 of this Goblin, you can do that, and honestly you'll probably be fine. Last rookie we play in this deck is one Strabon. Just the one of on play, real top 3 cards, add a Digimon card with Hybrid and or a Blue Tamer, rest gold at the bottom. This is good at fishing for your Tamers. It's also good at fishing the next card we're going to talk about. By the way, 16 rookies here, no issues, only bricked once. The deck is pretty thin, it's pretty good. I have no complaints with this lineup. For champions, we play 4 Lobomon. Lobomon is your win button, where you evolve on top of a Tamer for 2. And then you can basically like get a sneak attack in. That's why I play 4 of it, because I want to see it, because sometimes just attacking with Gabubond isn't enough, and you can get that extra cheeky damage with Lobomon. That being said, some people are trying out copies of Kendo Grumon. It's an uncommon that came out in set 4. You did evolve on top of Tamer, but it costs 3. But when attacking, you return your opponent's level 3, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to the owner's hand. So People are playing this just to kind of bounce rookies back to hand, and I'm not really a big fan of it because of what I'm trying to accomplish with the deck. I'm trying to be as aggressive as possible, which is why 4 Lobomon is good, because they cost 2 as opposed to 3. And it's a lot easier to, you know, evolve for 2 and attack for game than it is to evolve for 3 and attack for game type of thing. Sure, I guess I can see the value behind bouncing rookies, and to be fair, if we did something a little more than that, like maybe champions even, I'd probably consider playing this card. But for now, I do understand that people are playing it. I don't think it's necessary. Maybe I'll try it out at some point, but 4 Lobomon is definitely the wave, especially in an OTK deck like this. Next, we're playing 4 Goblin because it costs 1 to evolve, that's it. And we're playing 6 blockers, 3 of the 1 cost, and 3 Grizzlymon, the 2 cost. I think it's important to have your variation of blockers because they have like different synergies. This technically survives better against certain matchups, and this is just cheaper sometimes. This is also cheaper to on-play, which does come up. But that's it for champions. There's 14 champions, and again, perfectly fine, no issues with the lineup whatsoever. Now for the main dude himself, 4 Gabubond. So this card's level 7. Well, how do we get it out exactly? We'll get there, don't worry. But 3 to evolve. As a 1 attacking once per turn effect, if you have a Tamer in play, unsuspend this Digimon. So it does like an Imperial Digimon thing, right? And if you have it with the Goblin I mentioned before, this one, it can attack 3 times, which is very strong. So that's good. Its other when attacking ability, though, isn't once per turn. Return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the bottom of the deck. That's just insane, because you can do it 2 to 3 times, and just bouncing rookies to the bottom is very strong, or bouncing champions, or even ultimates sometimes, is very strong. So 4 of this is it's your win con, you must have it, you must draw it, you must see it. This card's insane, it makes the deck what it is. You can't play the deck without 4 of this, in my opinion. Now I'll talk about Tamers next, because this is the other combo piece you need for the archetype. 4 of this new Matt Ishida. So you can play it for free if it's in security, but also costs 3 to play, which isn't terrible. During your turn, when one of your Digimon with Goblin or Grumon in its name moves from the breeding area to the battle area, you gain a memory and draw a card. That's insane. Also, it stacks. So if you have multiple mats on the field, you're getting multiple memory and drawing multiple cards. So it's insane. It also has a once per turn effect. You Digivolve your Gabumon into 1 Gabumon Bond of Friendship in your hand for its Digivolution cost, ignoring its level, which means you can just basically jump any of your Gabumon. Any of these little wee Gabumons can evolve into this basically for 3, which is broken. The additional cost is trashing 2 top security cards in your security stack, so it is a little bit self-destructive, but it's definitely worth the payoff if you ask me. Then, if you have 1 or more security cards, delete that Digimon at the end of the turn. It has come up where you do delete your last 2, and it stays alive, and it just wins games that way. But also, let's be real, you can do this with 0 security. So, that's broken anyway. So yeah, this is the card you need for the combo. That's why we're playing 4 and 4 of each. It is a combo deck, basically. A combo aggro deck, and you need both of these and any Gabumon to do the thing. So as long as you're seeing your Matt Ishida, you're fine. We're also playing 3 Davis because it's your memory tamer, and adding a blue Digimon from the top 3 cards of your deck on play is never bad. So yeah, 3 of that, but Matt is actually more important in this deck than your memory tamer, so 3 of this, 4 of this. And that ratio is fine, no complaints. Options. 4 Hammer Spark, because Hammer Spark is broken. You hit it in security, basically kind of win the game, let's be real. But activating it in hand, saving them up for your final win turn is really good. We play 3 Cock Breath. In your hand, you return 1 of your opponent's Digimon to the owner's hand. And security it activates. So it costs 7, which is a little bit steep, but it does bounce anything. It's also one of the only cards in this format that gets rid of Craniumon, actually. So, you know, Cocytus Breath, really good card. Do recommend playing some copies of it in your deck. The final 2 cards are Rattlestars. It's a new card that came out in set 5. It's a mini Cocytus Breath. It does it for level 5s. And if your opponent has 3 more Digimon in play, it goes to the bottom of the deck instead. Does come in handy. The fact that this costs 5 does come in handy because it keeps you within a relative memory range if you both have memory tamers on the field. And bouncing ultimates does happen, or bouncing blockers does happen. You usually don't want to race this on a rookie or something. That's really bad. But it does come up. It's 1 games for me, so I'm playing 2 of it, and it's perfectly fine. But that's it for the deck. We're not doing the Ancient Grumon version, as you guys noticed. We're just doing the regular, straight-up Gabubond, Rookie Rush version of the deck. The reason for that is because when you're playing the Ancient Grumon version, you need to have additional combo pieces. You need to play 4 Promo Lobomon, and you need to play 4 Ancient Grumon, versus a 2-card combo on its own. But the issue with that is you're already playing a 2-card combo in the form of Matt and Gabubond here. And you need to see your combo pieces. Like, I can imagine a scenario and where you're mix-matching pieces, like you draw Gabubond and Ancient Guru, or you draw Matt Ashita and Lobomon, or some variation of that, and then your opponent, who's playing the mirror match or something, can combo off if they're playing the more consistent version, which this is, because you're only shooting for 1 combo piece, and your rookies are doing the same thing. Now, the Ancient Grumon version isn't bad by any means. It's not terrible, you know, but it is less consistent, it's a little more win more, and it just gives you an additional win package, besides the Gabumon and besides the Lobomons. But honestly, between the Gabumon and the Lobomons, I think this deck has enough firepower and kill power. I've never wished I had Ancient Grumon or Promo Lobomon. I've never once said, oh damn, if I had this I would have won. Because I win anyway. It doesn't really matter. So that's it. Let's go wrap up. And that's the deck. That's my Gabubond deck list for the BT6 format. This does change when the starter decks come out, and maybe again when EX01 comes out, but until then, I think this deck is perfect the way it is. I don't think I need to make any changes to it, except what I mentioned already, and I think it's perfectly fine for you to try and maybe take it to a regionals or store championships or whatever you want to play in this format. I think it's a really good idea. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Did you like the list? Did you try something different? Do you disagree with anything I said? Let me know. I'm out of here. Bye.